Every single day, you are completely surrounded by marketing. It's on your phone, it's on your TV, it's even on the bus you take to work. I mean, it is everywhere. But have you ever really stopped to think about what's actually going on behind it all?
Right? That is the billion-dollar question we're going to tackle today. We're going to cut through all the noise, forget the jargon, and get right to the very heart of what marketing is. And we're going to build up from a surprisingly simple truth to a complete expert-level understanding. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, so let's start with the big secret. For just a second, let's forget everything you think you know about marketing. You know, the flashy ads, the clever sales pitches. We're going straight to the source. And there it is. Seriously, that's the secret. It's not about tricks, it's about empathy. Just imagine you're on a super crowded beach on the hottest day of the year. You see people looking exhausted, fanning themselves, you see they're thirsty, and you realize, man, an ice-cold glass of lemonade would be the absolute perfect thing right now. That little spark of understanding, that is marketing in its purest form. But okay, how do we turn that simple idea, that spark of empathy, into an actual real-world strategy? Well, that powerful feeling isn't just some vague idea. It's actually an action plan, and it all boils down to 5 key steps. Now, notice how each of these steps just flows right into the next. You can't just jump to advertising without first understanding what people need. That's just shouting into the wind. First, you find the need, thirst. Then you create the product, lemonade. Only then do you figure out a price, put up a great sign, and finally, deliver that perfect, refreshing drink. See? It's a clear, powerful path from idea to impact. All right, so we've got the human secret, and we have the action plan. Now let's put on our business hats for a minute and look at a definition that's a little more buttoned up. This is where we add some real strategic power to the whole thing. Okay, the 2 words that change everything here are anticipating and profitably. Think of it this way. Identifying a need is like seeing someone who's thirsty right now. Anticipating is knowing they're going to be thirsty tomorrow after their run. It's what Netflix did. They anticipated we'd want to stream movies long before we were ready to give up our DVDs. And profitably? Well, that's just making sure your lemonade stand actually makes money. It's what turns a nice idea into a business that can last.
So we've journeyed from a simple human insight to a sharp business strategy. Now let's bring in the heavy hitters. We're going to turn to a true giant in the field, a guy named Philip Kotler. This is the man who literally wrote the book on marketing, and his definition is pretty much the gold standard.
What I love about this is how it frames marketing as a conversation, like a partnership. It's a social process because it's all about people connecting with each other. It's a managerial process because, yeah, it takes some planning. But the real magic is in that phrase, exchanging value. It's not about just selling something. It's about a mutual trade. You give me something I need, and I give you something you need. It's a win-win.
So, think about the journey we just went on. We started with a simple act of empathy on a hot day, built that into a 5-step plan, sharpened it into a business model, and ended up with this big idea of a human value exchange. But when you really look at it, it all comes back to that one core thing, truly understanding people. And that really is what it's all about. Marketing isn't just a department in a company, it's a way of seeing the world. So, the next time you see an ad or buy something, remember the human story behind it. And more importantly, ask yourself, what story will you tell